Welcome back. The American economy is not an isolated enterprise that functions unimpeded by global events. To the contrary, as the current state of the world economy shows, our economies are intrinsically interwoven. For reasons that escape me, our media does not report about many important events that happen in Europe or China, even though they may have an enormous impact on the United States and its economy. Often, Europe discusses solutions that are novel to problems, yet Congress, as well as the media, is either clueless or does not want us to know. At times, we are being fed false information, so we don't demand Congress to act. One example: Congress and the media always point to the United Kingdom for the malfunctioning of the government involvement in global healthcare. I am personally very familiar with the German, Swiss, Italian and Spanish healthcare systems and can report that they work rather well. If they wouldn't, believe me, they too would be used as an example by mostly Republicans to keep 65 million people uninsured. Starting today, I will analyze and report on global events that may have an impact on us or may be of interest to our viewers. If you think you have a problem with Congress, pity the Europeans. The European Union enacted a law that prohibits the use of the Edison-type bulb starting 2012. Instead, Europeans are to use either LED or neon types. I am serious. This is according to reputable German newspaper Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung. I know such a law would be endorsed by environmentalists. While Europe is in favor of environmental protection, this law was not favored by the readers of the German newspaper, who overwhelmingly criticized it. Next, Daimler, that is Mercedes-Benz, feels the heat in Germany too. The company ordered its plants shut down for 4 weeks over Christmas. Thereafter, for the first time since the crisis in 1993, it will introduce short work weeks, probably 30 hours or thereabout. In the United States, Alabama Senator Shelby threatens to filibuster any effort to provide bridge loans to automakers. The media believes this is because Alabama does not have any plants owned by US car makers. Instead, it hosts plants by Mercedes, Renault and other European brands. Apparently, in Alabama, the right hand does not know what the left is doing. You may remember that Chevron CEO O'Reilly paid $5,000 through Chevron's PAC to Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions, just about around the time when the judge in the Mercedes case against Chevron for restraint of trade recused himself, obviously after ex parte contacts by Sessions. Here's another one that didn't find much attention in the local media. Barack Obama had criticized the Chinese that they used currency exchange rate manipulation to get their products into the US market. According to an article by the Frankfurter Allgemeine entitled Angst in America, on December 1, 2008, the Chinese again devalued their currency by 0.72%, which got Paulson very upset. Again, if you need to look longer at the pictures or graphs provided, click on the pause button. And the alternative, Google the keywords to get more information. Also today, I'm introducing a section which I call Second Opinion. Here I will add a comment to issues discussed in the US media. Chris Farrell of Business Week published an article entitled "Want Real Stimulus? Try Universal Healthcare." The article is well written and presents arguments that deserve your attention. Today, however, I want to lay to rest the typical argument brought mostly by Republicans against universal health care, namely that it doesn't work in the United Kingdom. I am not sufficiently familiar with the healthcare system in England. However, I know the global healthcare systems in most of Central Europe and beyond, in Italy and Spain, for example. None of the arguments brought by the opponents to global healthcare apply to either Germany, Italy, Spain, or Switzerland for that matter. In every one of these countries, the healthcare system is either operated, managed, or at least under control of their governments. And in any of these countries, it works fabulously. I know from my own experience. Indeed, I had to undergo triple bypass surgery, was diagnosed at the university in Munich, and scheduled for operation to be happening within less than 2 months, only because my status was not that urgent. My operation took place at the German Heart Center in Munich, was performed by a surgeon somewhere from Asia, an absolute expert who gave me a quad bypass. In order to participate at a convention, I insisted that I wanted to be discharged after 7 days, like they do it in the United States. Even offered to give him a liability waiver. The answer was, "You can give us whatever you want. We are not going to let you go because we know what can happen." Indeed, I was there for 4 weeks. In the meantime, I managed to sneak out of the hospital ever so often and trained myself by walking for a half hour or so. But you know what? They were right. Every time I came back and was exhausted. I could not participate in the convention even if I wanted to. The result was fabulous. Unlike Bill Clinton, who apparently had a problem with the drainage of his chest cavity and had to go back, my surgeon's work deserved to be published in a textbook. So please, don't buy the crap some members of Congress try to pull on you. Global healthcare is possible. Rather think of what can happen if you have an accident and no insurance, or if you are out of a job and need a bypass, or even a prescription for restless leg syndrome. Think about it. Take care. See you tomorrow.